Hi, this is my presentation on what my topic is and on what my research question is as well. So I'm using Screencastify to try and make my video, so we'll see if that works. Um, okay, I'm going to use the highlight. Okay, so I don't know how to go back. Okay, so the specific problem that this research aims to address is the low level of regular two-way communication between the parents of English language learners and classroom teachers in my Title I district. I'm creating this research proposal to improve my communication with EL parents because research has shown that, quote, increasing contact and communication with teachers is key to improving parent-teacher relationships. Seems pretty obvious. If we don't communicate, we can't have a relationship. And promoting greater parent participation in child's education. So that's just what I want. Can I figure out a way to improve my communication with EL parents? The ultimate goal is increased academic achievement for EL students. I give you these graduation rates. Here, first we have the EL students. So here we've got graduation rates in my district, San Jacinto district. 83% of EL students graduate versus 90% of non-EL students. Now, this number is not bad, 83. It's higher than the California average of 72%, which is higher than the national average of 69%. So 69 to 83, that's a lot of kids that are staying in and graduating. So that's good, but it's not good enough. We've got 90%, we want 100% for both these populations. So that's the ultimate goal of why I want to increase communication, is to help my EL students. Who am I? I'm a former history professor. I used to teach at National. I used to teach at Ashford and Kaplan and community colleges in San Diego. So I did it about a dozen years. I loved it. Got kind of bored with it though. I taught online because I had a young son and teaching online just worked for me. But I feel like I can make more of a contribution to my community by being a public school teacher. I'm a Latin school teacher. I'm a teacher of homeschool students. I teach them Latin, basically 8 or 9 to about 11, 12 ages. And so that's a fun age. Okay, so my research topic is how can I increase parental involvement in their students' education of English language learners. The philosophical framework that I bring is Funds of Knowledge framework that encourages classroom teachers to value and draw on the knowledge of parents of their children. It's an approach that educators can use that asserts that all people have valuable knowledge. And I think for me, it's my ethical duty as a teacher to figure out ways to draw out that knowledge from the parents of the students that I teach. Funds of Knowledge says that parents, of course, know their children best, and they know how to motivate them. The theoretical model that I'm going to use is the Hoover, Dempsey, and Sandler model of the parental involvement process, specifically the level 1.5, which deals and describes and lays out parents' perceptions of invitations to be involved. Research shows that parents are quite motivated to be involved when teachers give specific invitations. So I thought, how can I give specific invitations regularly all the time to everyone? Well, technology, right? I have to. I'm going to have to use technology. How do I do that to create a, a relationship of mutual respect, of listening, of responsiveness to parents' concerns? How can I do that with technology on a regular basis that's quick and easy? Um, So the reason I want to investigate this topic, I've already touched on this a little bit. I want to promote two-way communication, and with the ultimate goal, I want to increase academic outcomes, right? And like I said, while graduation rates are pretty good in my San Jacinto district, we need to keep closing that achievement gap, especially among our EL population. The Title I district that I anticipate being able to do this this resource in is going to be the median household income is 43,000. The per capita income is 17,000. This is lower than the averages for both the state and for the county that we're in. So we're in a non-affluent county, and this is a non-affluent district in a non-affluent county. 31% of the children live in poverty, which is 1.4 times the state average. Only 11% of residents in San Jacinto had a bachelor's degree or higher, which is much lower than the state's average of 31%. 42% of inhabitants in my school district speak Spanish in the home. This is higher than 35% statewide. Many parents speak Spanish or limited English, and this can create a barrier between home and school. So in order to be most effective, with my EL students, I'm going to have to communicate in Spanish. The resources that I used, the purpose of the study is to increase academic engagement. The resources that I used were about 85 scholarly articles. My critical, which I got from mostly online because I was in Spain the whole month that we were developing our literature review, so I wasn't able to. I used the university. I was studying in the university. I was taking a university course in Spain, so I did have access to an academic library, but necessarily the materials available to me were small. I did use them, but the majority were, of course, online resources from scholarly journals. Critical Friends were great resources that I used. My critical friend, and I'll speak about this in another slide, was just absolutely fabulous. Brenda, she was my formal critical friend. Also Edie, an informal critical friend, always willing to help me out. The two gals were especially helpful for me for trying to formulate and then refine. And finally, another resource that I used with teachers in my district and students, right? The whole reason we're doing this is so that we can improve our teaching. Why? So that we can become better teachers? Well, yes, but the goal of becoming better teachers is to teach better, right? The goal is to help students improve. So with every step that I formulated in this research project, I kept my students in mind, and hopefully that will help make it stronger. So the research question that I'm posing is, Hispanic parents, Spanish-speaking parents want to communicate with their teachers, but if it's a monolingual English-speaking teacher, they have problems. So and this research was White and Monzo, if you want to look that up. So the specific research question will be, will weekly invitations to communicate with me sent to parents asking for feedback and questions on student healthy habits and academic activities at home increase student academic outcomes? So the survey is going to be sent to parents with weekly Google Form surveys through the Remind.com app. So this is this survey here. So this is the survey here that I'm talking about. There are two main goals for this survey. It's one, conditioning parents to expect that I'm going to be asking them about their students' home activities. Hopefully this will prompt them to be more engaged with their students' academic activities at home. And two, it gives parents a quick and easy way to communicate with me. I have to limit the questions no more